Yes! Awesome! My decision tree model is predicting perfectly. I love these things.
Hey, Steve. What's so exciting over here?
I just built the perfect decision tree model. It's predicting the train and test at 100%. Beginner's luck, I guess.
Okay, maybe. But remember what we talked about in the lesson. Decision trees are easy to set up and prepare your data for, but they can be tricky with overfitting and adjusting hyperparameters. In this case, your train is predicting at 100%, but your test is also predicting at 100%. So let's look at your input variables as well as the hyperparameters that you've set so far.
So am I overfitting or overgeneralizing? Is that why it's so high?
Let's just walk through from the beginning here and see. There can be other factors that affect the performance, like unbalanced classes in your data set, but go ahead and walk me through what you've done so far.
Okay. So here I read in my data, create my tips data frame with the features total bill, tip, and size. Since I'm trying to predict tip as a classification problem, I create 3 bins from the values in the tip column. I've got them labeled bad tip, okay tip, and good tip. Here, I want to make sure that I had balanced classes to feed into my model, and you see that I do. Then here, I'm splitting my data into my X features and Y target.
Okay, so why don't you do a quick head here so we can see what exactly X and Y look like. Let's just see what you have going into the train and test set.
Okay. Okay, so in X I have total tip, or total bill, tip, and size as features to predict tip bins, my Y variable.
Okay, so if you think about it, you're actually using a feature to predict the target that you use to create your target variable here in bins. That could definitely help your model predict at 100% accuracy on test and train.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So I need to use total bill and size as features to predict tip bin, not tip 2.
Yeah, go ahead and adjust your X to that, and then let's see how your model performs using your new features.
Okay.
Nice, keep going.
Oh man, that's way lower. Is that bad or good? I don't know.
Well, think about what your accuracy would be if you just predicted that every tip was a bad tip. You'd be accurate about 1/3 of the time. So if you think of that as a baseline, your decision tree is doing twice as well as that.
What if I just adjust the max depth to be higher?
Try it and see. A lot of tuning your decision tree is about experimenting with the hyperparameters. So try it.
Okay. It's bombing out on the test data. I'm going to try lower.
Okay.
That's actually a little better.
Okay, and also think, however, just because you can use a decision tree model here doesn't mean it's the best classification model for the problem. And now that you have your data in order, why don't you do a quick review of our last unit by feeding it into a logistic regression model? See how it does.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Faith.
Anytime, Steve.